Welcome back to Fox Sports coverage of the inaugural Auckland Nines competition. Well, 90,000+ fans were expected to walk through the gates of Eden Park, some of them more enthusiastic than others, getting right into the spirit of this competition, getting dressed up as well. It's been fantastic. Well, the semi-finals are just around the corner. Who is going to win them? Who's being backed? Well, let's find out. Here's Matt Jenkins.
Yeah, thanks, Shervo. Certainly some surprise results today. Brisbane, a bit of momentum at the moment. They've been pretty well supported in this first semi-final. They opened up at $2 into $1.95 at the head-to-head. You can see there a small line of 1.5. Sam Tagatese, he knows his way to the try line. $17 to score the first try. The other semi-final, the Warriors, very hard to go past. Of course, they're favourites for the tournament. $1.30 the head-to-head there. The Cowboys $3.50. A line there of 7.5 and Sean Johnson. He has an $8 chance to score that first try. Let's have a look at the overall winner market. I mentioned the Warriors have been favourites from the outset, now $1.70. And what about the Sharks? They were $15 this morning. The Broncos, they were $21. And the Cowboys, they were $41 this morning. So now at $6.50. It is pretty open between those other three. Markets at tab.com.au.
Well, thank you very much, Matt. Well, guys, they're the favourites. Who do you think are going to win these semi-finals? Semi-final number one, Noddy, Broncos up against the Sharks.
No, I think the Sharks will win. I think they've got plenty to play for and they've been a form side compared to what Brisbane have come in late, but I think Cronulla will win.
Gaz?
I'm actually leaning towards Brisbane now. I just think they seem to put themselves in the right position. They scramble well and they're competitors. I think the Sharks' run might come to an end.
Yeah, I agree with Gaz. I think the Sharks might miss Toddy a little bit too much in the semi-final. I'm going to lean towards Brisbane as well.
Can we see an upset in semi-final number two, the Warriors taking on the Cowboys?
Oh, I wouldn't think not. I think the Warriors will certainly win. They're obviously heavy favourites to win the competition overall. They're heavy favourites to win that game, and I think they will do it comfortably.
If the Warriors lose, they're only going to beat themselves. I don't think the Cowboys are going to necessarily beat them.
They've got that in there.
Yeah, I'd agree with Gaz. If they hold the ball and have too much possession, they'll win easily.
Okay, well, we're all set to get out to Eden Park. Of course, it is semi-final number one. It's the Broncos up against the Sharks. And then straight after that, semi-final number two, the Warriors taking on the Cowboys. The Warriors, the hot favourites, of course. We've seen that throughout this whole competition. They've been undefeated. Are we going to head to Eden Park right now? Yes, we are. It's going to be a fantastic afternoon of finals football. Your commentators, Warren Smith, Daryl Halligan and Greg Alexander. And we're going to go out there right now.
The teams are the integral part of all of what we're about this weekend as the fans start to charge themselves up. And let's have a look at the first team to line up for semi-final number one in the Dick Smith NRL Auckland Nines and the Brisbane Broncos with Dale Copley and Josh Huffman at the back. Alex Gann played very strongly, as did Matt Gillette as well. And then on the bench, the likes of Ben Hunt and Martin Kennedy will try and make their impression felt. Then it's the Sharkies who, for the last two matches, have run it on their first place. So Cy Fecchi, Daniel Holdsworth, Andrew Fafita and Sam Tagatese. What a 1-2 punch with the likes of Stapleton and Wade Graham. If they make the final, he will go close, I've got to say as well, to potentially being an MVP. He has been that impressive. The crowd is ready. Are you ready at home? Here we go. It's semi-final number one. Broncos, Sharks and live in the Dick Smith NRL Auckland Nines.
Oh yeah, we are ready. The Broncos and the Sharks to kick it off, followed by the Warriors and the Cowboys. And the crowd haven't gone anywhere, as you would expect. They are anticipating the Warriors qualifying for the final. And what a moment it would be if they could get past the Cowboys for the second time in this tournament. But first off, as the Sharks will head down the tunnel, Daniel Holdsworth there with Wade Graham about to lead relatively inexperienced side down onto the field here at Eden Park, and they're missing Tonkani, they're missing Paul Gallen, but somebody forgot to tell them there's no chance of winning the whole thing.
Broncos, led by Corey Parker. They've gone under the radar a bit. They've been doing enough to win their games. Ben Barber, who we thought was going to be a star here at the Nines, been a little bit quiet, but other players have stepped up to the mark. Ben Hunt and Cody Nikorima, their playmakers, have been very good. Andrew McCulloch, the standout dummy half, and the dummy half that's made the best decisions so far in the tournament. Gillett, Thaiday, they've all played their part. And Dale Copley has been a good finisher at the end of some of their movements.
They're impressive in getting to this stage. The Broncos beating the Newcastle Knights 16-11. The Sharks snuck past the Parramatta Eels 17-6 in their quarter-final victory. Corey Parker will get us underway in the first of the semi-finals. He hooks it down into the in-goal area, and the Sharks, through Valentine Holmes, will give it off to Andrew Fafita, who charges outside the 20. One of the forwards of the tournament has been the New South Wales and Australian front rower. Pick up about 10 or so with Ricky Latelli taking a simple carry. And now Manu Brown comes across to Daniel Holdsworth. Here's Sam Tagatese. Like Fafita, has been outstanding with his speed and power. Holdsworth comes across to Washford, holding it out in one hand once again. He loves to do it. Jonathan Wright gives it off. Here's a chance. Holmes, look at the step. He's away, coming across in cover. Copley had a shot. The ball goes back. Wright has it. He spins. Did he drop the ball? Yes, he did.
Oh, Jonathan Wright puts it down after some great work by Valentine Holmes. The footwork. He was able to offload. The Broncos back underway. A chance, a bonus zone try chance for the Sharks blowing.
Here's Sam Thaiday. Valentine Holmes has been left on the ground behind the play. He's up on his feet now. Right going so close to a blitzing beginning from the Sharks. Parker, he'll play it 35 metres out. A real scare for the Broncos there, but they held on well, but only just. Hoffman it is, going to the line, getting away from Ashford. Holdsworth comes across with Tagatese. He's inside the 20, 2 plays left in this set of tackles. Martin Kennedy is out there as the players get a bit of relief from some cloud cover for the first time this weekend. McCulloch at a dummy half. He's been outstanding, and he's in for try number 1 in the semi-final.
McCulloch has been outstanding. Ben Hunt was the player that saved that try. He was the man over the top that dislodged the ball from Jonathan Wright. And Andrew McCulloch just caught the Sharks' defence. Well, they were on their line, they were on their heels. An easy one for McCulloch. A great counter-attack from the Brisbane Broncos.
Hunt drives it long off the restart. It goes down to Matt Pryor. The Sharks, having gone so close, find themselves trailing by 6. Michael Leisha at dummy half. He comes to Holdsworth. They'll spread it, a shift from inside their 20. The feet are held up there by Gillett, but he got the ball away. Tucked it outside the 30-metre line through Ricky Latelli. Now Leisha again. Covers some territory getting there with only 9 on the field. Come back out to Latelli. He's got Fecky on his outside. He'll be wrapped up short of the halfway line through Mills and also Hunt. Not a great ball for Holdsworth. Pryor, as a result, will just bump it forward and they'll get to their kick. He was looking for an offload. There was a chance had somebody been pushing up. Leisha again. Holdsworth will kick it. A midfield bomb. Some pressure here. Nobody showing too much interest. Gardner came down with a catch. That was miraculous. Holdsworth off a Bronco. It goes backward and they've hung on just once again.
Fantastic work there from Nathan Gardner. The high ball put up by Daniel Holdsworth. Gardner did a remarkable job to get that ball, catch it on the full and then offload Sopoaga. Almost keeping things going. Dangerous situation there for the Broncos, but they survive it.
Kennedy, a stuttering run. Well contained by the Sharks defence. Sam Tagatese getting a break for the moment. He'll be back out there pretty quickly, you'd imagine. We'll see some game time before half-time rolls around. They've worked hard in this short form, these players. They'll be feeling it right about now. Now Hunt coming out to this left-hand side. They'll die there on the last. Jordan Drew ended up with it. Didn't get a kick away, didn't get a pass away. It gives the Sharks some pretty good field position to begin this set.
Real poor option. Let's see what they do here for the Sharks. The beater, he's off the field. They push it over, I think, to Becky. Pretty good at staying inside the field of play. Wade Graham picks it up. Space on the left.
There's Graham coming across to Fecky. Steps away from Mills, left him clutching at thin air. Now Lowry and Drew able to wrap him up at the Broncos 40. 5 gone. Just the one try in it to Andrew McCulloch. Holdsworth gives it to Sapawanga, who puts a kick in. Nobody at home. Flashing through, a chance there. Manu Brown was on the chase, and he's earned his side a penalty.
What about Sapawanga putting in the kick? And then the chase as well.
Stuart Mills has been playing at fullback. He's out there on the right wing at the moment. Sapawanga picked up a solid tackle by Corey Parker. As he hurt him, concerned there, grimacing, and he has picked up a leg injury in the tackle there of Parker. Now Pryor, a fend, heading out towards Fecky. He has it now. Hunt is there once again to wrap him up and stop the Sharks 5 metres out. Gardner going down the short side, and he might have got there. No, he put a foot into touch.
Well, almost caught them short there. Nathan Gardner sneaking down that short side. Talk about short. There was only a yard or two in it. Ben Hunt was there. Just the shove was enough to force him to put his left foot on the line.
It's an all-or-nothing play. The Sharks come up empty once again. It would have been so different in this game had they scored that bonus zone try in the opening seconds. Now Thaiday straightens and carries both Ashford and right with him a long way, all the way to the halfway line. Hoffman it is. Comes across to McCulloch, doing a bit of ball playing for the moment. Jordan Drew bumping into defenders. In a good spot once again for an attacking kick on this last play. Was Andrew Fafita in trouble here? Has he been concussed? Oh, he has been dazed. Fafita in all sorts of trouble for the Sharks behind the play. Gardner with a catch. Too much speed for Lowry. He comes across to Barber. He'll do well to stay in the field of play. He's managed to do that. But the Sharks at the moment, well, Fafita is back on his feet, but he is less than well. Holdsworth kicks wide, a chance, well taken by Stapleton, but the Broncos recover.
Hasn't the kick really come to the fore in the semi-finals here? Last play options up in the air as well. Now crossfield kicks, Leisha takes off.
They've knocked it on. They've made a meal of it in their attempt to get things started. Did Stapleton tap it, and it ended up in the hands of Michael Leisha.
Wade Graham asking the question. Andrew Fafita is still out there. I don't know how he's been allowed to stay out there given the condition he was in.
He couldn't get to his feet a moment ago. He stumbled as he tried to get himself up off the ground. He can't be good at all.
It's the Nines after all, and no chances at any stage, in any form of the game, need to be taken. Here's Alex Glenn, almost pouring through a hole. Wrapped up there by Wade Graham and also Latelli. The Broncos looking for one more before the break. Lowry, good hands. Barber, a step. He'll score. Ben Barber is in, and the Broncos extend the lead.
Lovely work from Cody Nikarama here. The short side used lightly, I would say, in this tournament, but he steps out of here and sums up some numbers perfectly. And look at the way he carries the football for a young half. Down the side here, looking at two hands, step, look, one way go. Thumbs up, 3 on 2. Nice pass to make it 2 on 1. And Benny Barber stinks his way across.
It was the run of Alex Glenn that set that up. A great charge by Glenn, and it was a quick play, the ball. He caught 2 Sharks that just couldn't get up quick enough, and Mark up against Nikarima. That forced his hand. It made it an easy decision for Nikarima. No one in front of him. Went down the short side. Interchange of passing. The kick is just wide. A nice play right on half-time.
It makes it 10 points to 0 at the break. The Sharks have overachieved, some would say, in this tournament to make the semi-finals. They're up against it at the break. The Broncos well on top. Well, the next semi-final coming up is the Warriors up against the Cowboys. The Warriors number one fan, arguably the Mount Smart Joker, and he's had a haircut for season 2014. How are you, my friend?
I'm good, brother. I'm good.
Now, what do you make of what you've seen so far of your team?
They've been really, really impressive. The young blokes have been going really well. Some of the old heads like Sione have been leading from the front. So
Did you just call Sione Lausia an old head?
He's an old head, mate. Have you see how big it is? We've been doing it for like 1,000 years.
And Sean Johnson and Sam Tompkins, what a combination.
What a combination. Really exciting to see them combine today in the weekend. So, no, it's really great.
All right, enjoy it, mate.
I can't wait. Go the Warriors! Yeah!
There'll be nobody louder here at Eden Park than the Mount Smart Joker when his side hit the field in a few moments' time in the second of the semi-finals. Looking for a spot in the final against the Cowboys. We're back underway. The Broncos lead the Sharks 10 points to 0, and it's Brisbane who'll begin this second 9 minutes with the ball in their hands, and Hoffman almost gapped them straight away. Tagatese did well to hang with him. McCulloch comes to Parker, working with Thaiday once again. They've been in each other's hip pocket for much of this tournament, and to good effect as well. McCulloch scored the first try. Barber scored the one just before the break, and here is the hooker playing it back in Sharks territory already. Parker goes across to Hunt. He chips it towards the corner. It sends him on a chase. Mills is flying down there. Holmes is the quickest man perhaps on the paddock though, and he got there in time to get possession for the Sharks.
Now, great kick, but didn't he do well, Valentine Holmes, to stay in the field of play? Just tried to get back to his feet. Hit hard by a Bronco, but was able to keep the feet inside the touchline. Sharks under the pump though. 2 tackles still on their try line.
Here's Matt Pryor. It's an old-fashioned just bump forward to try and work it out of trouble. They've got 2 plays left, and may well be kicking it from deep inside their own territory. A spread coming, as you would imagine. They almost turn it over. Stapleton had Broncos searching out of the line, knowing the ball was coming wide, and this is the last. They're still inside their own 20. They've got to kick it. Graham runs it instead. It goes to Latelli. He puts a chip in. There's a chance. Pick it up. Tagatese does exactly that. He gives it back to Latelli on the wraparound. Graham has Holmes in support. He gets the arm free. Dumps it back. Tagatese staying alive. Holmes is there. He looks to keep it alive. Latelli, he flips it back infield. Now Ben Hunt. Hunt's away. Nobody in front of him. Fafita is chasing the Broncos. What a turn of events this is. The Sharks look like scoring. Ben Hunt scores for Brisbane at the other end. It's a big lead now.
Missed opportunities for Cronulla. How much will the Jonathan Wright one at the start of the game hurt them now that the bounce of the ball has gone the Broncos' way? Perfect kick down that end of the football field. Cronulla working it out of their own end. Decided a little kick to go through. Then the skills of Wade Graham. Boy, he was holding the ball well. Over the top it goes. Ben Hunt's coming back on side. Turns, picks it up. He's only got Fafita chasing. He'll just force him to possibly put it down a little out wide. But that's a turnaround. Good 12-point turnaround there. Points on offer for Cronulla, and Brisbane score.
Nikorima's kick has gone wide to the right. They did well, the Sharks, to create a try-scoring opportunity on the last tackle when they really were only 15 metres out of their own line. I don't think we've seen that tactic from many sides, just kicking into a corner and just making the side work it off their line enough. It's effective.
A bouncing ball off the restart taken by Ashford. 14 points to 0. With just on 6 minutes remaining in the first of the semi-finals. Here's Stapleton coming towards Broncos defence, wrapped up there by Jordan Drew, and now Michael Leisha. Just takes a settler from dummy half for the Sharks. They need more than settlers though, they need a points and in a hurry. But they're running out of troops perhaps. Leisha, quick tap off the back of the penalty. He caught them out. There's space. Ankle tap. Good work there. It was Drew once again who made that particular stop on Leisha. Holdsworth goes to Tagatese. He holds it in one hand, pops it out the back to Sasai Feki. He sets sail for the bonus zone. It's McCulloch who brings him down, and Ben Barber may have been hurt in helping to make that tackle. Now a chance. They spin. Feki looking for the gold and gets it.
It's like a magnet, Sasai Feki. Just pulling and twisting himself right into the zone that provides the extra point. Good work from Tagatese. Lovely work in a double effort as well. Not often did he play the ball, ducks out a dummy half, and he comes, look at him. Quiet in the first half. Knew he had to get his hands on the football in the second. Feki, marvellous football.
He's not bad at beating a defender, Sasai Feki. Nice run by Michael Elisha off the tap kick to get the Sharks into that position.
The Broncos have dominated this game, but the beauty of the bonus zone means the Sharks, with that try and conversion from right in front, have halved the lead. It's down to 7 now. They could equal and draw level with another try in the bonus zone and another 2 points. And a bit of pressure suddenly on the team working the ball away from their own end, the Broncos, without making a mistake.
Warren, when Ben Barber scored his try, I thought he had a bit of a grimace in a leg injury, and he's walking really gingerly back behind the try line now.
It looked that way. Now Thaiday playing it. Parker heading it towards Pryor. Feki's there. What a great ball out the back. Ben Hunt is back on the field after a break. After the try he scored, Hoffman comes to Gardner. What a fend! Oh, Josh Hoffman! It gets no better than that.
Well, the Sharks get themselves back in the game with a bonus zone try, and then immediately the Broncos respond. The acceleration there of Josh Hoffman. It was a brilliant pass from Corey Parker. We know he can do that. I think that there's many players in the NRL that offload more often surrounded by traffic than Corey Parker. Big fend on Nathan Gardner from Josh Hoffman, the Broncos' top try scorer last year. In fact, the only Bronco to make it into double figures. He showed his finishing abilities right there.
Did you see the smile, Brandy, after he nutted him with the pen and he just went, yeah!
It was a beauty.
Now the conversion attempt swings away. Matt Gillett can't come up with the extra 2. It stays at 18 points to 7. We have just under 3 minutes remaining. The Broncos on target for a spot in the final for the Big Bickies here at the Auckland Nines, Stapleton. They bring it forward. The Sharks have one last say in this contest. Stapleton clutching at a lower leg as he gets back to play the ball. Holdsworth comes across to Graham. Here's Feki. He knocked that ball forwards despite facing his own goal line. It'll be a changeover, and the Broncos might be able to cruise from here. It's Mills. Oh, boy. Hitting a good tackle by Matt Pryor. Timed it beautifully.
When you run at half pace.
Former Dragon coming up with one of the shots of the tournament right there. Kennedy playing it. Nicarima heading back to Matt Gillett. He'll play it, or rather take it to the line, 15 metres out, and be happy to take the tackle as they just run down the clock almost. Still 2 minutes remaining. Here's Hunt. Alex Glenn on his outside, can't come up with it. There'll be a changeover, but again the Sharks will begin this set from deep inside their own territory.
It's a rare mistake from the Broncos, and that's what has got them and will get them through to the final. It's been a very consistent performance from them over the 2 days. Defensively, they've been strong. They've got through their sets.
You know, Brandy, I really think we're going to give a big thank you to this crowd. They've really made this tournament, haven't they? They're on their feet now because the Warriors are starting to warm up. It's Fafita! Find some space.
Well, he's recovered. He's got Holdsworth looming up. Here's Jonathan Wright also. They still might have something to say about this. He'll go for the bonus zone. He puts it down. If they can convert, they are very, very much alive with 60 seconds to play.
Well, there's only 4 points difference. Once they put this one through, I'm sure Daniel Holdsworth will. There we go. 45 seconds left on the clock. The Sharks need to get the ball back immediately. This is going to have to be a clever kick. Who's taking it? Holdsworth's back. What's he going to do?
He's going to loft one. He hasn't kicked it long enough, has he? It will bounce into touch. It didn't go to 10. And like Jamie Soward in the quarterfinals for Penrith, he just got a little bit too cute. It didn't need to be that pinpoint perfect for the Sharks to be a chance to get the ball back.
No, the ball can travel 13, 14 metres and your players still get underneath the ball and make a play at it. It doesn't have to land on the 10-metre line.
Well, the Broncos, as Parker goes to ground, the siren sounds, and they're off to the final of the Auckland Nines. The Broncos have held on against the Sharks 18-14 here at Eden Park. A gutsy victory once again, losing players throughout the tournament. They were short-staffed on the bench, as were the Sharks, and they're off to the final game. It brings us to the second semi-final. What a clash it will be. The Warriors and the Cowboys, they are next.